Good evening and welcome to the final introduction for History 122. I am Professor Heimlich, and we'll be covering Module 7, which holds chapters 29 and 30. In chapter 29, we will be looking at the Ford and Carter and Reagan administrations, looking at how Ford let Nixon off the hook, then was defeated by Jimmy Carter. Jimmy Carter, largely due to the Iranian hostage crisis and economic measures, is defeated by Reagan. Reagan's campaign, believe it or not, actually had contact with the Iranians and convinced them not to release their hostages until after the election, which, that's not great. And then the Iran-Contra scandal happened shortly thereafter with Oliver North and the Reagan administration supplying weapons to Iran and drugs to and from South America. A huge scandal, a huge mess. I'm sure that the two had absolutely nothing to do with one another. And this is basically the victory of the modern conservative movement, because you have Reagan, then you have Bush Sr., then you have Clinton, who triangulates and runs as a far more conservative Democrat than you'd had in previous administrations, like LBJ or Carter's, followed by George Bush II. And then in Chapter 30, we're basically covering Bush Sr., Clinton, and then Obama. They had a little bit about the election of Donald Trump in the text as of time of recording, but not too much. Basically rounding it out, going over a lot of events that some of you will have lived through. Gulf War I, the big internet boom and then bust, the 90s, then the War on Terror, and the continuing War on Terror through to today. And that is basically the course as we know it. The last bit of bookkeeping here is that on Friday night at midnight, your final quiz is due. On Monday, you will have 24 hours to take the final exam. You have to do it in one sitting, and you have as much time as you want, and you can do it any time during the day, but you have to do it. It's the only part of the course that does not have a floor of 50% score on the exam. If you don't do it, you'll get a 0, and it will almost certainly make you unable to finish the course. If there is a study guide available, I hope that you take full advantage of it. It is open book, open notes, open video, whatever resources you want to use it, but all the writing has to be in your own words. If there is plagiarism, if there is AI gobbledygook, you will receive a grade of 0. Anyway, otherwise, I hope you're having a great evening. Peace. And I hope to be giving you a nice big A on your coursework and passing you on to further endeavors. Have a great evening.